So finally, we closed the market green, and the all share index is currently trading above 126,000 basis points. And that gives us that proof that the market is actually solid and we are on our way to 150. 150 is actually huge though, and we need to hit 130 next week and probably closed above 130. Then towards the end, which that is when already companies have started posting their Q2, and so that is when the market will finally get to that point. So when you get to that point, what do? If you are smart, you won't allow you to get to that point. You get the point. So you don't want to follow. You want to do the opposite of what the crowd is doing. That is what you want to do. When everybody is, when they are greedy, they don't want to sell. That's when you should sell to them. You understand? On Friday, I actually helped some people who actually missed out in some certain stocks. I said, okay, you can have it so that you can ride it to the other part. Then I went to buy the one that has not started. You understand? Which I dropped with my premium community. So a total of 5.39 billion shares worth 107 billion in 134,000. Very huge, guys. A lot of transaction happened. 135,390 Ds was traded this week by investors on the floor of the exchange, in contrast to a total of 5.4 billion shares valued at 108 billion that exchange hands last week in 118,570 deals. So you can see how the deals has been increasing constantly, and the sector that actually had huge volume either coming in or going out is the financial service industry. You know, the last time we checked, they actually lost 2%. I will show you they've actually attracted another percentage, because you can see what UBA is doing, you can see what assets, you can see what the banking sector is currently doing. So that gives you that insight that they are actually attracting the money back. You know, the money left because of the forbearance challenge, but now it's actually coming back. So it's measured by volume, led by the activity chart of 3.019 billion shares, value at 56.244 billion, traded in 55,574 deals. That's contributing like 56% and also 52% to the total equity turnover volume and value respectively. The oil and gas industry also followed with 565.645 million shares worth 8.11 billion in 9,914 deals. And the third position was actually the service industry. So the service industry, with a turnover of 466.153 million shares worth 2.595 billion in 10,832 deals. So you see, they actually had more deals than oil and gas sector. So the trading in the top three equities, that is the top three equities that actually solve volume. So very soon, all these stocks that has volume will be checking their chart, and we'll be looking at some other key indicators so that maybe we'll see a buying opportunity for those of you that have been watching. I know you want me to give you stock just like I did with Champions, I did with Caverton, I did with Nemit. You want me to give you another stock that will give you that money? Here is why I'm being careful in giving you that stock. So I want a stock that tick all the boxes. You get the point? Because now you've seen returns from these stocks that I've mentioned. And if I mention any stock, I know a lot of people want to go in big. So, and I don't want to disappoint them. So that is why I'm taking my time. So don't think maybe he's just talking about premium. Not really. So what I want to do is, at least for the premium, they have varieties of stocks, many stocks doing well. You understand? So when I'm coming to say, guys, let's buy this, and you should know that it is worth the buy. You understand? So I will not just look and say, let me just look. There's nothing. Let me just, and now you are now holding the bag for months, and you're like, investor, this thing is not moving. You understand? Let us go and call people so that we can push the vehicle. You understand? That can push the stock to move. So I don't want that kind of situation. So trading in top three equities, namely Access Bank, actually had volume. You understand? Had volume. Japan Gold and Ventures also had huge volume. You understand? Had huge volume. And also Aiko Insurance also had volume also. So we have 1.39 billion shares worth 0.835 billion in 12,828 deals, contributing 25% and also 14% to total equity turnover, value, volume, and value respectively. So if we look at what happened, you realize that a lot of people, see, the market will always do the opposite of what people think. A lot of people thought the market is going to pull back, on Friday, but it was on Friday that I actually had much due. You can see 33,399 deals. That's what happened on Friday, when a lot of people were thinking the market is going to dip. And guess what? Turnover volume was 1.3, and the turnover value was 30 billion, guys. 30 billion, surpassed everything. Although stocks that traded was down a bit, but still at the average, if you look at what has been happening here. And if you look at stock that advanced also, on Thursday, we actually had 70 stocks advance and 62 on Friday. And the decliners was actually 10 on Thursday, and on Friday, we had 25. So which tells you that some people are taking profit drastically in some of those stocks. But my question and my advice for you, if you're in the market and if you are hops, if I say take profit, it will be a good advice. But I don't want you to sit on cash. You understand? This is not the time to sit on cash. So as you are selling, ensure you've spotted or you've spot a particular stocks that you'll be taking your money into. Don't sell and get confused. And that is the main reason why you see the market shooting. People, after they've sold, they have nowhere to put the money again. So what do you think they are doing? Some stock has actually moved up, and because they've moved and these guys are not aware when they started moving. For example, some people just jump and see them it and they this stock is good though. You get the point. And they bought at 9. So those that sold them it at 9 cannot buy again at that price. And some of them will now go to another stock again that have done well. Then they will now, to them, because they are seeing it for the first time, it will not be cheap. So what you want to do is, some stocks that have not moved and you've done your fundamentals and you've looked at the sentiment, you've traced volume, where volume is going. In my community, the very day I dropped the stock, I told them that I have hot stock for them. And everybody was saying, what is this? I say, this is hot too. They are like, so later I dropped the stock. When I dropped the stock, guess what? Those who are in the community will understand what I'm saying. You understand? And I still drop another one again. The 2. So that is because I understand volume. So there are a lot of things to understand. And these are the things I'm going to teach in my stock for Tornado, so that you too can also know when a stock is about to kickstart and when a stock is about to pull back. So that you can. There are some stock I sold on Friday, not because they are not going to, they will still go up. But because I realized that the roof, they are close to the rooftop. And this other one that I want to go and put this money, they are still at the floor. They've not taken off. You get the point. So that is why I quickly moved, because I made that mistake. When Nemit got to 10, when Cavatin got to 867, I saw some stocks that were actually down. So I didn't take the move that I took on Friday. By now, my portfolio will be looking at, total portfolio will be around 200%. You understand? But now I just cross 100%. So far, first quarter I did 100%. Second quarter I did 100% also. And this third quarter, I'm targeting another 100%. Then fourth quarter, another. That is, in a year, my portfolio will double. Not double. My portfolio will do 4x. You understand? So that is what I'm targeting. And guess what? Everything I'm buying, everything I'm selling, I'm letting my community know my move. I'm not doing any secret move. They are fully aware of all my transactions. So that is what you need to know. So looking at this chart, you see that the previous one we checked, it was 50%. Now we are not 56. So it means they've actually gained. And also the oil and gas also gained 16%. Now it has given away 6% to the market. And now we have the service sector, which also has reduced again also. Then for others, we are now at around 25. Formerly we were at, I think 27, 28, around that price. So around that percentage. So that is what you see, that money is moving back to the financials. And the one of the things about the financial is, when big money is coming, that's where it goes to. Where big money is going. You understand? That's where it goes to. So if you hear that foreign investors are coming in, that is where they are going. You want to know what they are buying? Just type NGS 30. That is what they do. Because they will not come and buy this one that we are using to make money. You understand? If they buy, by the time they are going, we'll be holding our bag like this. Say, who will buy? Oh? Just as those people that bought Geregu, they're not begging that I want to sell my Geregu. Oh. You understand? So now, if you have Geregu, they've dropped their Q2, it won't hold water. You understand? It won't hold water. So what you need to do if you have Geregu is to put it for sale and use time in force, use 30 days. You'll be shocked. Somebody that is naive or somebody that just want to have, some people, they just want to have shares or stock. They are new to the market. They just want to brag and tell somebody that I now have. Have you heard about stocks? See, it's going up now. See, you have, yes. I bought few. You bought few. Yes, I have stock now. You get the point. Either they are buying at the top, either it doesn't. You understand? So, most people will come during bull market like this, and they will tell you they are buying for a long time. How can you buy in bull market and say you're buying for a long time? You buy in bear market when you want to do long time. It is bear market you buy. Then now you buy in bull market. Then you say you are holding long time. Then when bear market returns, and you're now back to your entry, you now say that's useless stock. So the stock was useless. Are you serious? Useless stock that you said you hold. You held the stock for years, and now because the stock is not returning, come on, spare me all that. Don't call it useless. You're just being naive. You understand on how the market works. So when we talked about ETFs, a lot of people's this. Guess what? Look at volumes. Look at deals happening. Look at deals happening in ETF. So I told you guys that the market is waking up. The market is waking up. And you see, most time when you take profit from those, you come to this place and look at one that is not too, you save your money. You save your money there. You understand? You save your money there. So ETF is not what you do, buy and sell. No. It's something that you can buy, and after 6 months, and thank God we have time in force for you to do your transaction. So you can see Vet Bank, we have 90,000 volume. You can see Vet Grif 30, you can see Vet Goose. In fact, Stanbic ETF was actually the highest so far, done 68 transactions, and that's like 8 million. So I don't know how many million you're bringing to the market, but from 8 million, it tells you that you can do 1 million to 2 million. That's just what it means. So we also have Vet Industrial ETF also, and we have Green WETF. Then we have the MAG Growth. So you can see volume actually. Last one we check, at least it's just only 3 that has volume. So you can see how the market is actually performing. So we have bonds. So we'll not talk about this much. So let's quickly all these indices are just giving you track of so far is still the oil and gas sector that is still down. Weekly change is negative 17%, and if you look at the year to date, we are looking at negative 9%. So let's quickly look at a brief summary of the top 10 stock that perform well. So these are the top 10 stocks. So we have FTN Cocoa. So FTN Cocoa has been shooting. You can see from 467, which this was where most people bought, but those in my community, they actually bought below 3. So far, they bought below 3. So far, they are heading to 200%. So by next week, FTN Cocoa gain another 10%. We'll be looking at 820. And from 820 on Tuesday, we'll be looking at 9. And on Wednesday, we'll be looking at 10. Then on Thursday, a lot of investors will want to dump because 10 is a very, very crucial number. You can see when them it get to 10, actually pull back and struggling to push. You can see Caverton also struggling to hit that 10. So at 10, a lot of people want to sell their holdings. So let's look at the chart of FTN Cocoa. Look at the chart of FTN Cocoa so far. You can see it has been amazing. It has been shooting. If you are trading with emotion, you go and jump this. You understand? But because we are not emotional traders, this is the area we like buying. This is where we want to buy. You understand? So that is why we're not going to jump anyhow. So that's for FTN Cocoa. We also have Resta Express. Resta Express open at 8 and close at 13. So if this does, and if this is going to do another 10%, if we add 1 to this, it gives us 14, and we'll be looking at 1470, and I think 100% from the 8.37 will be fine next week. And let's quickly look at Red Star. Let's see what Red Star is doing. So Red Star also rested a bit around this area and continue shooting. So what are we going to look at again? Let's come back here. Let's look at CNI Omatech. Let's look at Omatech. Omatech started from 91 and actually moved to 146. So if this continues, we might be getting a 100% movement for Omatech. So let's quickly jump to Omatech. This is Omatech. Omatech has been shooting, but not much from previous all-time high of 115. Actually cross it. So let's quickly jump to the chart again, and we look at CNI leasing. So let's look at CNI leasing. So CNI leasing listing vessel, you see they just shoot from here. They are currently printing all-time high. So let's come to the chart again. This is it. So we have Maya. Let's look at Maya. We have Maya. So this is what Maya is doing. So we all have those top gainers there. Don't want to waste our time. So let's quickly look at the all share index here. So look at the all share index. If you watch my previous video, I've talked about the all share index where I talked about QTs. So we are looking at next week. I'm expecting the market to range a bit because Friday we thought the market would pull back. The market did not pull back. So next week I'm expecting the market to range a bit before the price continue to shoot. So that is what I'm expecting from the market. So guys, thank you so much for spending your time with me. Let's quickly look if we have some other information. We have decliners also. We have Legend Internet, International Energy Insurance. We have Oando. We have Prestige. We have eTransact. We have International PLC. We have Cornerstone. A whole lot of them like that. Then these are stocks that have actually done their markdown. Ikeja Hotel, Presco, eTransact, and also Cornerstone Insurance. So the federal government just concluded FGN savings bond. Those in my community, they've actually made 30%. So imagine if you put your money in this FGN bond, you'll be making 17% in a full year. Why you just a month you made 10%. So congratulations to those who actually took that step. Many a times I like those people that actually had strong belief. See, life is risks. Let me share one story with you guys before we call it a day. 2017 or 2016, I met a guy. He trade foreign stock, all that. I was interested. I really want to know much. We started community like that, listening to him, some few videos like that, and it was cool. Then he said we should contribute money, and he was going to trade for us. Now you'll be thinking that I'm greedy. Let me share my story with you. Do you know what he promised us? He promised us 30% in a year. That's the promise he gave to us. So you see that I'm not greedy. I'm not greedy. 30%. And we send the money to his account. I still have the teller because I snapped the teller. I still have it. We send the money to his account. I think close to $400 or $500, if I'm not mistaken. Guys, I was saving them. Understand when they say be thin and rich. I will share this story in another video, but let me just give you let me just summarize it so that the video will not be too long. So I was doing what? I was not too greedy. So we send the money. Even my colleague, my cashier in my office was telling me that, do you know this person? And this, be careful. This. I say, calm down. Be calming down. I sent the money. We started doing everything. And after a year, he started saying we should give him extra 2 months and before he will sell the stock. This, that, the foreign stock. This is 30% in a year. This is what I did with my Bitcoin Billionaires Club on WhatsApp. They send me money, and in 3 months, I gave them 30%. That's in 2021. So imagine this guy, 30% in full year. And the money is in your account. So we are not tracing it. We are not tracking anything. It's what you are telling us that we believe. So at that point, we are just believers. And that was how everything went. So guess what? I met another person again online too, and he said, "Let's contribute money again." So if I don't listen to the Spirit of God, I will say, I don't learn my lesson. No, that's how I did then. I'm just sharing this because there's a way the devil play you, and you won't know. You will think you are being careful. If you want to make money, you have to be ready to follow your spirit. Except your spirit has been deceiving you. You have to learn to follow your spirit. Some people, they've studied themselves. If they want to do something and they see, do you know sometimes even something that will help you succeed, you will still see that saying, don't joke with devil. You know he's smart. So there's a way he deceives them. So what am I trying to say? And I look at it. He said we should send money. I started sending money. I go to ATM, I do transfer. I know how dangerous all those USSD code is to do transfer. Because when the person say where is the proof, you don't have. I have to go and print statement and do all those stuff before I was able to track. In fact, when I saw how much I was able to contribute, I said, wow. So what happened? Contributed money to that man. Online, if not met, he's not even in Nigeria. You understand? It's even a false person. You get the point? So that's how we contribute. And guess what? Just that move change everything. Just that move change everything. Imagine I did not take that step because of that man that went with our money. You know, it's same pattern. Same pattern met online and everything. And one was bad and one I'm still enjoying. In fact, by the end of this month or next month, I'm still getting million from an investment we did with him. You can imagine from 2018, immediately after I had this experience from 2018, and still till now counting. So maybe this message is for somebody. Just want to share with you because those that actually join that 30K community of a thing, they just join and few. So those few now that took that step, they made 30%. Now it is when they now share their testimony. That's when you are coming. So imagine you came that time, make 30%. And now they want to ask them to buy again. By next week, it will do another 30%. You've gotten 60%. 60%. It's just a short one. So I'm not saying this to market the whole thing. Let me tell you, if nobody joined that group again with the people I have, I'm fine. The bottom line is they are making money. Let me tell you, the 10K group is more or less a free group. It's a free group. But at least that 10K will just give you that seriousness. I've done free things in the past though. I've done you look for pain, you will not see. You look for tears, you will not see. You will tell somebody to buy, the person will say, okay, I'm on it now. And you will come back. I've had a situation where a coin was actually doing, I think, 200%. I reached out to the person I asked to buy the coin. I said, congratulations. Congratulations, the coin is doing well. Go and sell. The person said, okay, I'll go and sell. After days, I was expecting the person to say, I actually sold that day. Guess what? I'm not expecting. There are a lot of people that will tell me, say, in fact, yesterday somebody said, I've done it. I will receive the money. I will send you something. I said, please don't stress yourself. Just leave it at that. Don't stress yourself. You get the point. And I reached out to the person after a long while, and I said, just like you were able to make money that period. There's this other coin. The person now told me that. Guess what the person did though? The person allowed the coin to come back to that entry again. That's when the person now told me that that day I didn't sell. I was so busy. I didn't sell. I said, next time you just try and sell. I said, well, so you are still holding. He said, I said, okay, let's hope it will go up. The person say, okay. I'm a believer. So I can't say maybe she's lying or she's not lying. But if she pay me money to get that coin, and I call her and tell her, go and sell, guess what will happen? She will sell. Guys, let us not turn this to another seminar. I'll do another video where I'll be sharing insight like this, and we're not looking at chart. Chart. Although chart represents sentiment happening in the market. That's what chart represents. You understand? So just note that. So I'll do those videos so that you will learn, and just because sometimes trading is just 10%. Anybody can click buy and sell. I did a 20-minute video where I taught how to use lead trader. It's just to hit buy and sell. Anybody can do that. But 90% is here. 90 is here. 90. It's because of psychology. That's why some people sold name it at 350. It's because of psychology. That's why some people sold champion at 725. Because they came with this mentality that make I take what I get to this one make no correct. When you are afraid of losing money, how will you make money? Because losing is part of winning. I was chatting with a friend, and she said, I now see the reason why you said we should come with a pipe. I now see a reason why you said we should come with a pipe. I bought a client has 15 million. 15 million. Say, what are we going to do? I say, buy champs. Champs was 220, 225. Buy champs. So what I'm telling you now is, if champs continue this trend at 332, and on Monday it got to 360 something, then got to 4 and 5. Once it get to 5, this person will be going home with how much? 15 million. Imagine if the trend continues and champs eat 750. That is 30 million. Do you want to compare it with somebody that bought champs with 100,000 naira? Investor Joe. But what about those that don't have money? Start where you are. Even when I say come with pipe, if you are coming with pop, don't feel. If you are coming with cup, don't feel discouraged. And don't feel discouraged. Just be consistent. But there are sometimes there's a way you position yourself in a bad state. Now that we have tax now, do you know some people don't want to make money beyond that level that they will tax them. They've given themselves a roof now. Say, I beg you, I just want me to stay below 5 million. Whatever they can do to stay below 5. What if you make 1 billion and pay your tax, and the rest belongs to you? Just look at it as giving, that you are supporting the country. You get the point. Don't look at it like you now put yourself, say, let me be within this range. Please, if you are listening to me, don't think like that. And some people, they have capacity to join the premium group. Guess where they are going? They are going to the 10K. If truly that's your level, fine. You will grow. Trust me, you will grow and move to the next level. But if you are in the premium and you now come to that 10K, imagine how you've mentally positioned yourself wrongly. You understand? Wrongly. Now be giving stocks that does not have much volume, that you can just buy like 10,000 units, and you'll be there with your 2 million, with your 5 million. You'll be queuing and be disturbing those people that want to buy small unit. You go and put one big unit there and be disturbing the market because you are wrongly positioned. You are wrongly positioned. So let me not turn this to another preaching. So guys, I just want to encourage you guys that have been watching that, guys, this is the time to make money. You understand? This is the time to. This is bullish run. I see 2025 a bullish year throughout, guys. Guess when the bears will come? Next year. But next year, when the bear comes, it will still be an opportunity. See, when I say bear market is coming, that doesn't mean we will not make money. In a bear market, there is still opportunity. There is still opportunity. Tell me any bear market that, tell me any market, I will show you where the money is. Even when COVID came, Cornhole was still showing green. You get the point? So there are strategy in implementing all these things. So you just have to learn and be sure of what you are doing. So I just want to encourage someone today because this is weekend. And sorry if the video is too long, but I think you can just keep a cup of coffee. You can just keep a cup of coffee or hot tea or Lipton or pap. They used to call it akamu. You understand? If you are in the northern area, you can just put akamu with kuli kuli, and just enjoy your life. If you are in abroad, you just put coffee and small biscuits. Just plug your ear and just listen to this early morning podcast. You understand? And see how you're going to make some internal decisions and how you're going to change some of your mindset and let's make the market worthwhile. I see a market that will change your life. I used to say it, no barrier. All you need is NIN, BVN, ID, a pen. If you cannot write, technology has come. No excuse. If you cannot write, no problem. No problem. You can give somebody, person will fill it for you. If you cannot read, no problem. But you can know 3 alphabets. You understand? Like ABC. ABC transport here. This one. This is academy. Okay, this is ABC. Like ABC. This is ABC. And you know number. You get the point. So buy ABC at 40. You just go to that place. You know that green is buy, red is sell. You just put the figure. Just watch the video. Bang, bang. You are good. You want to chat, you can use voice note and chat. So you don't have an excuse. You can't say it's because I don't know how to read. You can't say it's because I don't know how to write. If you don't have money, you don't have money. Get a job. Get a job. How will I get a job? Jobs are many. You can just approach somebody that is doing something great. You can come to Canva and learn how to do thumbnail and offer it as a service. The problem with people is when they come, they just want is that money. Say, how much are you? How much? Come and say you want to do it free. There is power in free things. If you don't know, I've done a lot of free things. And guess what? In this market, I even receive more than what I charge for premium. More than. I've received gifts in millions. Not 1, not 2, not 3. If I want to charge that person, for how much will I charge a person? So relationship is key. Let me not be going into another topic. So guys, just want to share these few thoughts with you. Thank you so much for watching. Before we move on, don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so that I get notified anytime I post enriching videos like this. Until I come your way again, keep making money and keep protecting your profit. I love you, my friends, and there is nothing you can do about it. Hands to head salute. See you in the next one.